Hello, CamperVan-K. It's been really grey the past few days, and not only grey but damp, very, very damp. Oh yeah, I'd like to live totally off-grid, away from everything, away from everybody. I know, I like people, but I just like my privacy and I like my silence. Listen to this. That's what I like. When I park up somewhere and I hear these boy racers thump, thump, thump and jigging around in their car, it's a nightmare. It's like, I don't know. And I've just been watching a video right now. It's called Never Before Seen Photos of Beyond the Ice Wall in Antarctica, and it's on BitChute. I'll put the link below here so you can watch it if you want. Okay, but we've all been taught that when we look at the map that we're always given, there's this place at the bottom of the Earth, the South Pole, that's full of ice and nobody's ever lived there. Alright, but this shows you something else. And yeah, it could be, if you want to be cynical and think that these people are lying, it could be somewhere in Greenland or even in Iceland or around those areas, or maybe even in Russia, Siberia, places like that. They could give you the indication that these are pictures that are taken in Antarctica in order to fool you into getting angry because people have hidden this from you for years and years and years. And yet, why would they do that? But what I'm trying to say is that I watched that video and I think if that is true, if those pictures were taken in Antarctica and it's a land that we've never seen before, because it looks just like a place that you'd see in Greece, perhaps, and or even like Victorian London. And I just think, okay, if they've hidden that from us, what else have they hidden from us? And why are we not allowed to go to Antarctica? If that ship was able to go there in that century, 1800s, I think, or just before the war anyway, 1930s, 1920s, around that time, and take these photographs, then why have we not been able to go there now with the equipment that we have now and just go and explore? What is it that's stopping them from allowing us to see this place? They say it's dangerous. Okay, well, people face danger every day of their lives. Do you think it's dangerous going up, sitting in a massive rocket that could explode? Well, it did explode, didn't it? Once. Or you could be hit by a meteorite. You could die on the roads out here. Loads of other ways that they're, not being very kind to us. I'm not even going to go down that route. Look at what they've done to us in wars. Millions of people killed on a battlefield. That First World War. That was a joke. A sadistic joke. Killing millions and millions of people. There wasn't even any tactics in that war, was there? Yet they knew the tactics for years and years before that because they learned them from the Native American Indians. You even had tactics in medieval battles. Oh, just waste of life. And not only that, but afterwards, when you think of all the dictators that have been in the world, Pol Pot, Idi Amin, Lenin, Hitler, all these people who we say are the reasons for the genocides that we've been going through. Not really. It's not down to them, is it? It's down to us. We've done it to ourselves. At their behest, obviously. When you actually think about it, those boys that are in the army and in the police forces, they are sons of us. They are our children. and they're the people who've been putting these orders into place. And that's why I always said when I was working for the army, for the military, I always said to these guys, look, if an order is unethical, you don't need to abide by it. You know, we've got the Nuremberg Code, and people will be brought to book if they murder people. Don't take somebody's life because you believe in a certain way. In this day and age, you'd think, why on earth are we doing this to each other? Why are we able to say, oh, you can't tell me what to do because I have a right to do this and say this and be like this, and yet we're still killing each other because of our different values and views. We're still sending people out to fight in wars instead of these politicians which we vote in are supposed to stand there and negotiate on our behalf. They seem to be going down a totally different route to the way we want them to. The vast majority of mankind will not fight unless they've got a reason to. And the reason normally is to defend their own people against another set of people. Anyway, I don't want to go down this route. I thought, looking at that video, I would be inspired to say something. Yay! Because I've been looking at loads of stuff recently that has taught me a load of lessons about life. Put that out there. Looks lovely, doesn't it? Could be snow, couldn't it? Look, it could be like all of this is snow, an avenue on a hill, maybe, and these are trees either side, there and there, and it looks beautiful, and there's a little bench there. So that's in your mind now, isn't it? You can see that. But in reality it's something else, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, and see if you can work it out. And on that score, have they been lying to us about all these years? No, that could be true. They could be lying to us. But this video could be lying to us. This video could be saying, this is in Antarctica, but in reality it's not. It's in Greenland or in Siberia or in Iceland maybe. So we don't know who's telling the truth. The only way you know if anybody's telling the truth is if you go out there and you find it yourself. So, when I had this experience over the past couple of days with my keys, I was thinking, why do garages do this? Why do they tell lies like this? I mean, I went into that Renault Master garage in all innocence saying, can you fix my key, please? Because it won't work. And they told me that the circuit board in the key was broken and I needed a whole new key. That's not true. At £250. That's not just dishonesty, it's theft. And that's wrong. That's lies. It's time for people to change. We've got to stop this. We've got to start looking after each other instead of swindling each other. Anyway, I'm glad I was led down another route, and I'm glad I didn't do as they recommended. So there was something in me that told me that I was, being lied to, basically. And I'm grateful for that instinct in me. I'm grateful for that. It's kind of like a questioning. And that's what I try to do throughout life, is question everything. Try to see behind the lies that people are hiding behind. And most people lie because they are hiding something. Either because they want to protect themselves or protect you. Now, those garages obviously weren't protecting me. They were protecting their profit margin. So I've been looking at all these different ways of thinking and living and being, and it is wonderful. Can't explain it in 5 minutes. And I just think, okay, this life isn't what we've been told it is. If I can help you see beyond the lies that we've been told, then I'll try to. And Christmas, I don't like celebrating. It's for children. If they want to have a little bit of excitement and fun and forget about the troubles of the world that they're facing, then yay, let them have it. But as for adults, it is a bit of a chore, actually, a financial chore as well as a physical one, and you end up more stressed than you started. But the idea of Christmas is nice, but just don't ever believe that it's, you know, the birth of Christ. It's not. It's a pagan festival, and it's been embedded in our minds from the Roman period. Christmas trees are from Germany, brought over by Queen Victoria and her German family. So, you know, you kind of like got to think behind all of these things. It may be promoted as a Christian festival, but it's not. The idea of it is pleasant. It's a pretty picture, a bit like the Hallmark films. Reality is something completely different, as we found out when we look at all the, you know, Instagram pics, you know, or even these van life pictures, videos where people can give you an idea that van life is wonderful. It's all a lie. Don't believe it. Van life is just like ordinary life. It's another way of living, and it can be plush and lovely and, you know, beautiful if you are a 20-year-old who's just vegging out and going around the world and taking lovely pictures of ideal lifestyle. They have got a team of people around them. They've got makeup on every day. Have I got makeup on? No. I laugh. You know, the seriousness of it is that people are going to have to start telling the truth, because people have been led down an avenue that is destructive and it's destroying lives. I don't know why I'm talking about this. I'm just thinking about the lies that we've been told and how we need to start looking at the truth. You can have as much knowledge as you want, read as many books as you want, and I've read a ton of them, I can tell you, and watch as many videos as you want. A variety is good, don't just stick to one or two. But in the end, it's down to what is in here. What do you really know as the truth? Got to know thyself. So, I shall say bye-bye for now, and I'll put the links below for these videos I've mentioned. Okay, and hope you have a nice day. Bye! Put a cup of tea in. See if we can get there. Morning. I'm just going to give you some little thoughts in this cast. Morning. I'm just going to give you some thoughts that are rattling around my head today. I don't know why I can't get my tongue around my words today.